So clicking on professionals from the identification documents page, we go over to professionals as you can see here, and even in the URL, it is professionals page. So let's go ahead and go over to insurance so that we can see if all four pages are properly linked before we move ahead. So we are currently in insurance doc as you can see here, and even in the URL it is properly uh, linked. And going over to professionals from the insurance page, it is not going over to the professionals page. So let's see what's wrong here. So we are currently in the workflow, and group now one is professionals. So when you click on start edit workflow, and it is linked to the insurance page, that is the particular page itself. So let's go ahead and change the group now option to professionals, because group now one is professionals, right? So let's go ahead and refresh this. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. So we currently are in insurance doc itself. We haven't changed the page. So let's go ahead and click on professionals. So as you can see, it's loading the professional page in the Chrome tab right here, and the URL is also professional, which is pretty good. So, and even the heading also. So we have sorted out the tabs, which is really good to start off with if you have a lot of different pages and you have to navigate between different pages, so that you can go back and forth and check the different pages, if that makes sense. So currently we are in the database section right now. As you can see, we are in the data tab, and this is the place where we can add in a new type, a new database, and we can also add new set of fields by clicking on create a new field. Since we have duplicated the Perfin professionals page previously to get a new page of the same exact layout as that of Perfin professional page to the Perfin insurance doc page, it's still accessing the previous database, that is the professional database with its same set of um, fields. So to change that, we have to create a new database called insurance detail database or insurance doc. So I'm going to click on this white text box, and I'm going to type in insurance doc. Insurance doc. And I'm going to click on this checkbox right here so that it's private by default, so that the creators or in this case it's Hulk. So whatever information Hulk posts, only Hulk can see or view the information. So that is what it is. So now since we have named it, you can go ahead and create it. So once we have created the insurance doc, it has automatically opened its field section right here. So here we can create a new field, and by field I mean we can create a text box, we can create an image and all of that cool stuff. We can even put in date if you like, depending on the type of information that you would like to display. And in this case, I would like to create a new field. Actually, we have 8 different fields. First field is name, and this will go under the field type text. And we don't have to have multiple entries, so we're not going to take that. So I'm going to go ahead and click on create. So this is how you can create a field. We have one field created already. We have to do the rest of the 7 fields by clicking on create a new field and typing in policy number. And for policy number, it is obviously by default it is number, so I'm going to go ahead and click on create. And the same goes for the rest of the fields depending on the type of field that you have. For this we have amount insured, and this also will come under number because it is money, and it is also number field. So I'm going to click on create. So I'm going to quickly create the rest of the fields, and this is issue date. And for issue date, we also have a date field. So I'm going to click on create, click on create. So I'm going to go ahead and create the rest of the fields. So we have just finished creating all of our 8 fields. So now we can go ahead and create a relationship between insurance doc and personal financial database. And what this means is that, okay, I'm going to go over to app data so that I can show you what it actually means. So I'm going to go over to all professionals, and this professional is purely this particular page. As you can see from the title, this is the insurance page. I'm going to go over to professionals. Okay, so we are in the professionals tab. It's even over here. It's called professional, and we are in the professional page. So with professional page, we have different fields. For example, over here we have, let's open professionals database. We have contact number, email, name, office address, and that is pretty much everything that is right here. So what I mean by personal financial database and relationship between the personal financial and professional. So all of the data that a user uploads to professional, like in this case it's Hulk, he uploads near loose data over here and it gets saved into a professionals all professionals database. So that's all straightforward, right? But we also need to have a certain set of information of Hulk's information. So this account basically belongs to Hulk. He can upload in professional and upload in identification doc. Same goes for the rest of these data tabs or these nav tabs, right? So all of these information that he uploads in all of these tabs belongs to Hulk. So to create a relationship between all of these tabs, we have to have a main particular database, and that database is personal financial. So we have already created one in professionals and important doc details. So the first 3 tabs are already created, so that's why it shares a personal connection with the personal financial database. So all of these previous tabs, like for professionals tab, identification docs, important docs, it takes the first item, and that is what this is. And all of these information belongs to Hulk and Hulk only. So in this case, it's like very easy, and you can navigate between all the information that belongs to Hulk. So we are going to create the same thing for insurance details. So to do that, we can go to data types, go ahead and search for personal financial, and go ahead and click on create a new field. I'm going to type in insurance doc. I'm going to click on field type, and now we are going to access the database that we have created earlier. So the database is insurance doc. Since we are going to be having multiple entries, by multiple entries is that in professional, Hulk has about he has quite a lot of details, more than 8 I think. So it's like a list of entries, like this is one entry, this is 2 entry. So enable more than one entry, you have to click on multiple entries. So to do that, just click on this and click on create. So this is what happens. So we have clicked on, we have created a new field for insurance doc, and we have created a list of insurance doc. So now when you go to app data, we can go ahead and refresh this. And as you can see here, its insurance doc is right there. If it's not visible, you can go to 3 additional fields and click on this and click on save. It will show up over here. So we have just made a relationship between personal financial and insurance doc. So in case Hulk creates a set of information, it will automatically be updated here. and the first data will be also updated right here.